Hey, hello. Hi, Cyclone. I have a question. 1610. Is that a joke? Is there a bunch? I'm pretty sure it's a 69. Yeah, mine is 1920 times 180. I've never... Okay, give me a second. Okay, here we go. So, today we're back with Yumi episode 4. Let me just open up everything that's needed. I need to like lower the sound of this. I love this song. This is genuinely one of, if not the best Umineko song so far that I've heard. It is so good. I genuinely love it. That genuinely made that scene, that one scene, like 10 times better. Just on its own, the scene was very good, but that music was so hype and amazing. And it really made me appreciate George too. I didn't think I would say this. I never thought I would say this, right? But George is actually pretty cool. George is actually pretty cool. If not for the whole groomer thing, right? If you just imagine Shannon to be like 20, like I imagined her to be, then this whole thing would be like banger. Like I would have fucking loved that if not for that element. It's a shame. It really is. I mean, I still have a lot of problems with it. Like the way he treated Maria, right? For example. But I don't think he's as bad as I thought. Right? He is better than I thought. So let me boot up the game. If the game wants to boot up. Here we are. Okay. So let's load back in where we were. October 9. It was October 5th, right? That all of this is happening. It's only a bit later that we're experiencing all of this. Was it 1984? I'm pretty sure it's 1984, right? No. 1987. 1987. Because it's like 12 years and Ange is 1999. I like Ange. Ange is pretty cool. Okay, BRB, can I drink? I think Ange is one of, if not the best Umineko character. Like, genuinely, really like her. I think she's really cool. Let me just boot up the paint chart. There we go. Yumi chart, episode 4. There you go. So, I didn't really have any real thoughts so far. There's a lot about like the situation with George and well, who is it again? Jessica. That is quite bizarre, but I wonder how the corpses will turn out, right? I can't really make theories about what happened without seeing the corpses. However, if we see this from the witch side, you cannot convince me that the demons were never in trouble, considering the fact that Gap had to like teleport in three random goats in order to fight with her. Right? I at least believe they went down in the fight. And I do believe that in this episode, there's a lot of assistance all around the place, right? I don't think this is a single culprit anymore in this episode. So I don't know. There's nothing really I can add to this so far. We'll see, like in the middle of the game, if I have anything more. I tried to think about episode 2 again, because episode 2 is still on my mind. I tried thinking of the epitaph, I'm still trying. I've got a few ideas, right? I've started thinking about it again, but it's not leading anywhere. So last time they had just finished repairing the bodies of George and Jessica, and now they're setting them up again. So Renové also returned Jessica's corpse to its original form, and unlike how it had been with George, it restored Jessica's life. Really? Okay, that's unexpected. Ooh, cough, cough. What in the world is this? A dream? Nope, that is wrong. You certainly did pass away, Jessica. You should be well aware of the memory of your final moments. Jessica's mind was burning. For some reason, she remembered being thrown somewhere and having George's heel smash her head. Am I alive? No, you are dead. With my magic, it will only be postponed for a scant 3 minutes. Oh. After 3 minutes, the magic will end, and you will return to being a tragic corpse with Valve with its head crushed. What would you say? Death is brutal. In most cases, you aren't even given the time to ready your art. But to praise you for fighting so bravely, I've decided to give this time. This is why Renové is the GOAT. Renové is like one of the best servants. By far. It's so cool. I wish he was my butler. Perhaps you should sort out your regrets from this world in those 3 minutes. I can also decide to take you along with me during those 3 minutes. But the power that had burned through Jessica's body until a second ago had been completely lost. Jessica was aware of that herself. She was already dead. And that is all for me, if you'd excuse me. It was fun, Jessica. Wait, give me a second. Okay, if Jessica isn't dumb, she's gonna have written something on a paper, right? There's gonna be something written on a paper somewhere that says something like, oh yeah, X killed me and I beat him up with like a magic fist after he summoned the wall or some shit. She's gonna write something about it. She has to write about it. Otherwise she's very stupid. And I think that could be a justification on the witch's side as to why she would have left a written note, right? So. Renové turned his form into a cloud of gold butterflies and disappeared. All that remained was the sound of wind and rain, and the figure of Jessica as she crouched down, leaning against the wall. Jessica could tell. She probably really would revert to the corpse she had been after 3 minutes. Was there anything she could do in those 3 minutes? She stood up, with a shaky gait, took the phone that was on the desk. Oh, so, okay, she's doing that. Moshi Moshi. Is that Jessica? Jessica? What is it? Are you okay? They got me. Are you okay? Did you get injured? I'll come to save you right now. No, it's already too late. I'm already dead, or so I hear. And by the time you got here, Butler, I'd be a corpse with half its head split open. Ah, that damn gizzer! Wait there, I'm coming right now! Listen to me, Butler. Listen closely, okay? No, you'll only see why good I'm Kumasawa were evasive about the times the 6 in the dining hall got killed. Those guys aren't human. What? What are you talking about? So what am I supposed to do? Those guys warp and set up barriers and do whatever they want, okay? It's like some kind of manga, an anime, a visual novel. Hell, and we seriously can't keep up. From the very beginning, fighting was useless. They really aren't opponents that you'll be able to fight with that handstand spear you're so proud of. A line of blood dripped down from Jessica's forehead. Job's done for too. That was an instant death. The next test is yours, Battler. Wonder if your test will go the same way as ours. Be careful. Don't misunderstand. You mean about the test? No, don't misunderstand. And assume that your enemy's human. The enemy isn't human. They're demons that can freely wield the terrifying magic. No matter what, don't get the wrong idea about that. Be careful. So that's the way they're gonna approach it. Every episode has been like trying to convince Battler that magic is real, but in 3 previous episodes they did it by making the murders like closed room mysteries. And this time they're gonna expose him directly to magic? Would that even be possible? Like, I assume he's gonna be to some degree immune to all this shit because he's, you know, anti-magic blood. They actually set that up early on in episode 1. A line of blood dripped down from Jessica's mouth as well. The left half of her head started hurting. Jessica realized that she was about to return to the corpse she had been. When 14 people die, the Golden Witch will revive. 6 were killed, including Mom, at the first twilight. Then George and I were killed for the second twilight. So once 5 more people are killed, the ceremony will be complete, and the witch will revive. I hope Dad and the rest are safe. If they are, I want to taste you. I'd be the resurrected Beatrice herself. Butler already didn't understand what Jessica was saying, but from her tone, he realized that she knew she was about to die. So even though he didn't understand the situation, he urged her to give it a roll. As I said, I'm already dead. Thea, it looks like it's time. Good luck on your test. I hope you can become the head. So... Jessica! Hey, answer me, Jessica! Butler's sorrowful voice could be heard from the dangling receiver. As she leaned against the wall in that corner, crouched down, Jessica's head had been half smashed. Okay. Who the fuck? This is the first time we've had direct confirmation from a character in the game board to Butler that magic is real, right? In episode 2, when they said magic is real, and they showed like Cannon coming back with a hole in his chest or some shit, Butler wasn't aware of that. They never showed it to Butler, and they never spoke about it around Butler. So I assumed the entire time that if you believed, you would see this shit, but that the ones who don't believe would like never understand it or some shit, right? And the reason why they never brought it to Butler was because, you know, that wasn't what actually happened. And the humans couldn't just, you know... I don't know. It was the servants in episode 2, so I assumed the servants ate shit because they were ordered. Episode 3, I don't really remember any magic that could have been shared to Butler. I guess Eva turning into Eva Triss. I don't remember anything like that though. I don't know. It's the first instance of magic, as far as I'm aware, that is directly brought up to Butler. Besides everyone in the kitchen telling Butler, "Oh yeah, Beatrice is right behind you, Butler." This place is. Is this a well? Where is this? Here he stuck a face out of the well, and then Cross showed himself too. When he realized that they could see the back of the mansion from beyond the groves of trees, Cross knew more or less where they were. You think that here, in a certain well, there had been a hidden underground passage, which led to a hidden mansion. That's really tough on this old body. I usually came up from a different spawn with real stairs. You just unlock it. I will ask you to tell me about the layout of this place in detail later, Dr. Nanjo. Shannon, are you okay? Grab hold. I'm fine. Cannon, quickly! Cannon climbed up a ladder out of the shaft that was disguised as a well. It was probably quite deep. When you looked down for the first time, you realized how far it come up. It's the best one. I don't mind it. She can kill as many as she wants. You know what? She can kill as many as she wants. Firing. Bang. As Cannon was about to finally crawl out of the well, a hole the size of a basketball opened up in his chest. Everyone there looked through the hole in Cannon's chest to the scenery beyond. You killed Cannon! My son! What was that? What the fuck was that? Oh my god! Peak animation! Holy shit! The fucking frame slowly sliding out into black. And then slumped backwards. It was swallowed up into the depths of the well. Everyone run! That's just assistance! They've locked on, we can't avoid them! Run! Let at least one of us remain alive! At that time, Cross and Kiri and Nanjo suddenly saw a golden curved line appear from the well and sew itself through the side of Shannon's head. Oops. Shannon! Her head had been pierced. The three had witnessed it perfectly until it had shot out of the opposite side, blowing it away. Shannon fell to her knees, blood gushing out from both sides of her head, and flopped to the ground. Gross! Run! You know the situation's serious when she loses a blush on like half of her face. Look at this. Poor Kiri. Yeah, the effects in Umineko are great. Totally not ironic statement. The effects are so good. Oh my god. We'll be killed! Run, 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 run! As Nanjo doubled over in shock, stunned by own Shannon has died. Just the sisters did not allow him to escape. At least, Cross and Kiri, please survive. The curb line appeared from the well again, and pierced from Nanjo's forehead to the back of his head in an instant, doing through him. And so, Nanjo passed away. What the? Why? Where is the enemy coming from? Against night. I don't know where from, but they've wounded on us perfectly. At least really got effort on that. True. Let's escape into the mansion. Block the field of vision. The two dashed towards the back door of the mansion. Then, right as Cross was about to shut the door behind him. No, not Cross! A golden curved line appeared from the fourth time, piercing Cross from the back of his head to his forehead and smashing that forehead. No! I'm annoyed because this is like the first time I get characterization on him. And he gets killed off like this. Cross's body leaned over, fell down, and drew a neat radial pattern with the inside of his head. Kiri ran wildly through the hallway, flew into some room and locked the door. But even so, he wasn't even remotely convinced that this had saved her life. He would probably die soon. This was apparently one of the guest rooms. Wasn't this a room that Eva and Yoshi were killed in? At that moment, Kiri's eyes fell on a phone on the side table. So ringing up the call from Jessica, Butler had been able to dash out. In that instant, the phone rang again. Hello? Kiri? Yes, Butler. I got lucky. I managed to escape the dungeon somehow. I really did have luck on my side. Okay, I think I need to write down what the first call and the second call say, right? So, first phone call. Butler. They're not human. Don't misunderstand. That was along what she wrote, right? Or what she said. They're not human, don't misunderstand. I'm about to die. Sorry, Butler. In a pained voice. I don't remember if she said anything of importance other than that. If she did, please do tell. Second phone call. Kiri Butler. Let's see what she says. Where are you? Is everyone okay? Over here, it looks like Jessica and George are dead. Wait. I need to write that down too. Kiri says I escaped by luck from the dungeon. Not the others. Okay. Listen! I probably won't be alive for long. At that time, right after she fought the heel of the locked door might have glowed gold. A gold curving line drawing a helix. No! A golden ensuing thread, penetrating in there from an incredible speed, and bored a hole into the floor by Kiri's feet. Oh, that's unusual. It's the enemy, who sniped the other 4 one after another with extraordinary skill. Apparently, really does have trouble shooting me between the eyes with a single shot while I'm holed up in this room. So the next strike will probably hit. At this point, Kiri finally remembered the first method killing the dying hole. That's right. This is what killed Rudolph and the rest. All 6 of them. Listen, Butler. I'm going to tell you everything exactly as I saw it. I'm sure you'll think there's something wrong in my head. Yes, it's okay for you to think that. Even I still haven't sorted out what it was I saw. Today, after you returned to the guest house, the family conference began in the dining hall. Okay, this is really important. Right, let me... After you returned, the conference began. You know what? Instead of like writing it down like this, I'm just gonna take screens. I'll tell you everything that happened next, okay? Okay. Writing that down. I think a perspective will be really important, so I want to like have that noted down. The call may be suddenly cut off partway through. If it does, at that time I'll be dead. Okay. So they're already doing like all the Twilights. Really? I thought they would wait on that. Huh. Kiri. Then Kiri spoke. About Kinzo appearing and the family conference starting. About the 6 being killed and 5 of them being confined. Yeah, this is the first time Butler gets direct confirmation from the family that magic is real, in story. Besides the end of episode 2. But I don't count that. I don't count it. Well, oh, she had escaped somehow and run away to where she was now. And now everyone had finally been killed. It was all spoken dispassionately, with no dramatization, just that she'd seen it. That's really good. anything to break Battler at this point, right? She even spoke about everyone except her had been killed, and I know she observed the moments of all their deaths. I know even now, someone was trying to kill her. Guys, featuring the Twilight's like crazy. I thought that like this episode was supposed to be like really long, but this seems like it's gonna end very soon. Actually, even while we were talking, I've been attacked 3 times. Something like a strange gold thread keeps flying in through the keyhole, spinning around and aiming for me. Wait, it was by my feet. Okay. "10 more hours of word games with Sakutaro. Hell yeah! Yippee! I'm so happy." Oh my god. Okay. It was my feet. Next it was close to my shoulders. Just now it grazed my ear. Its aim is getting more and more accurate. Looks like it'll go right between my eyes pretty soon. She's onto something. The fact that she's speaking dispassionately with no dramatization. If you were on the verge of death, okay, if you were on the verge of death, right? Like, picture this. You think you're about to die. You get one last conversation with the son of, like, your husband that you do care about. What would you do? Would you spend that entire time dispassionately telling everything you saw to a man you think might die too, like very soon? Why would you do this? Why would one person do this? If she's not like under threat, right? If she's got a gun to her head, for example, that might explain it. Or if she believes this is like a primordial clue to beating Kinzo, right? There's gotta be a reason why she's doing this. She has not said a single thing about like, I love you, Butler, I care about you, whatever. She's been just speaking about all of this in a row. Did I note that down? Yeah. Run, Kiri-san! Run away! Yeah, I do want to write that down just so I can like show it, right? There we go. In between. Where to? I've run this far. Shut myself into a room and even locked the door, right? Know that I'm still being pursued. Where should I hide? Hey. Yeah, the entire conversation is pretty important. More important than the Jessica one, I feel. Because Jessica only really gave like a tiny bit of information. This is what Kiri is the goat. Kiri. Hey, Battler. Are Jessica and George still alive? Okay, that's really important too. To some degree, because I feel like her asking this means that she doesn't actually know her fate. So we've not met. Doesn't seem important, but I feel like I shouldn't forget that. Not long ago, I got a phone call from Jessica. It kinda sounded like we were done for. Thought so. Yeah, when we were being killed one after another, I heard a kind of premonition. I thought that perhaps the second Twilight had been finished in the ceremony of 13 people, before Twilight had been reached. In short, when I die, that's 13 people. Okay, the premonition is pretty important. I think. Maybe it's a red herring, yeah. Okay. This way the ceremony is complete. Golden Witch Beatrice will resurrect. Wonder what in the world will happen. Okay, this one is pretty bold. Okay. And swarming with good monsters. I wonder what will just happen when even the leader of them, the Golden Witch, appears. Everything she believes is important. By now, I don't have a clue what's going on anymore. Okay. Kiri-san's voice had completely given up on her own life. Because Butler understood that. He couldn't stop the tears. Okay, that's pretty good. I do want to know. Please don't cut off, that would be so lame. Don't die before you say that. Ryukishi isn't like a hack enough to do this, right?
Nani?
There's just one thing I can advise you on. I think this one should be taken on the side like Butler. Right there. And then this. Oops. There we go. Keep it strictly to the dialogue. Okay. What? If a demon or witch does appear in front of you. Yeah. Okay, what are you gonna say? Please say something cool. There's no need whatsoever to doubt whether it's real or not. Understand that it is what it seems to be. No, please. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Why would she say this? Why would she say this? If you get one last call, why would you try and convince Butler, of all people, that all of this is like not real or some shit? Why? Why? You have the time to think of something like that. It'd be much more constructive to plan out how to not damage the mood of whatever you're facing. Okay. Even mistakenly, you must not say. In that case, try showing me magic. Because to prove that, we probably used an even crueler way than before. I assume that's what happened then. I assume that's what happened. To show you. This conversation is so long. I can't believe it, even if I hear something like that coming from your mouth. I can't believe it. I understand. I understand why you can't believe. But that's why I can give this advice. Believe. Why? 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 I don't believe. I'm sorry, but Kiri, I do not believe. You're telling me to believe in Beatrice? And demons? And witches and monsters? Even after being shown things not of this world so clearly. Oops, give me a second. Oh, this scene is so long. I should not... Maybe I shouldn't have decided to transcribe it. Right, like this. I think we still weren't able to believe any of it. I'm still like that now. The true form of this thing that keeps attacking me, trying to shoot from my forehead. It's something I don't understand. Something I don't understand. I can't believe it. I can't either. It's like Kiri's last moments, right? But I don't understand why she would spend them doing this. I just don't. Okay, resize this because it's too big. Just do this. Why am I being weird? Okay. How much more is there to this combo? Something I don't understand and I can't believe it. So, I want you to alone to believe, to understand, to accept the existence of what we couldn't accept. If you do that for me, all deaths won't be wasted. Will also have been worth it for me to make this call. I'm just not going to switch while I do this. Okay. It will also have been worth it for me to make this phone call. Kiri-san! Give me a second. I'm still okay. It scratched me, but it missed again. It looks like I probably won't get another chance. Thank you. And goodbye, Battler. I treated you coldly so many times because you were Asumi-san's son. Okay. Forgive me for those days. What do you mean forgiving you? Right now you're a mother to me, Kiri! So I heard an incredible sound at the other end of the receiver. And a noisy clacking sound. This is the first time I've mentioned a sound, right? This is the first time I mention it making a sound. Kiri-san? Kiri? Kiri-san did not answer through the phone. Again. Rip, yeah. Yeah, I don't... Okay, so like, here's the thing, right? Here's a couple things that I think of this entire scene. Give me a second. 60, here we go. Like, what? That automatically arrived there, by the way. I don't know why you're mad, Battler. Here's a couple things. I've already brought it up a couple times. There's no reason why she would do all of this. Right? Why would she spend her last moments doing this? In blue. Where is it? What cruel way did she witness? I don't remember any display after being asked. Like an even crueler way than before. What did she ask? My Battler, don't be such a wuss. Yeah, it's just why you mad. Back then it was a big meme, so who knows? Who knows? What waste would that be? Does she know his next test requires him to believe? Or something. Okay. And then there's like other things too. Like, why is it only at the end that we hear a sound of a gunshot and not before? What else? What else is there? This is probably the most important lore dump that we've been like given, right? So far. Okay. Let's continue, let's continue. You don't? Everyone was killed! But that damn geezer was saying something crazy about Beatrice's resurrection ceremony or whatever. But by now, 13 people have been offered as sacrifices. And it's already time for Beatrice to revive, right? Sure, that sounds great! I'll find Beatrice too and kill them both! We've survived the ceremony, but we'll receive an invitation to the Golden Land from Beatrice. Over there, all wishes will be granted. If having your family killed is painful, then you just have to resurrect them. That's what I plan to do. I'll revive the really nice real Mama, the one that isn't possessed by the Black Witch. So Mama will always be with me. There won't be any more overtime or working on days off. She'll always be with me, and think only of me. And she'll always fight against fearsome enemies for my sake. There's something wrong with you. Why are you saying something so incomprehensible in a situation like this? Didn't Kiri just tell you, Battler? How does she know? Fucking hell. I accidentally pressed Alt. Didn't she tell you to believe in the witch? Fuck, this is no time to get in an argument with you over something like this. No, there are no hostages or anything. Anyone left alive. This weird shitty ceremony game's already over. Let me do what I want now. Someone might still be alive, or someone might be hiding. I'll search everywhere, find them, and beat the shit out of them. In a rage, Berto grabbed his at-stand spear and flew out of the room. Yeah... What the fuck? What do you mean? Maya watched him go, looking bored. We don't have descriptions for anyone yet. Like, Battler has not seen the death of anyone so far. With his own eyes. Even though Beatrice will grant her wishes soon anyway. Stupid Battler. That time, the phone rang out again. Maya stood up and grabbed the receiver. Oh, hello. Ooh. Of course, the sound of the phone was also reached Battler's ears as he was about to dash out of the house. With a violent forcefulness, he turned around and dashed into the cousin's room. Maria! Who was the phone call from? With a terrifying look on his face, Battler yelled at Maya, who was on the phone. You couldn't blame him. Right now, the only humans left alive on the island were himself, Maria, Goda, and Kumisawa, and Kinzo. There was no way those two could call after being locked up in the gardening storehouse, which meant there was only one person left. It had to be Kinzo. After continuing a pleasant chat with the person on the other end of the phone for a while, Maya slowly turned to face Battler. Then, with an unsettling expression on her face, she laughed. It felt as though the person on the other end of the line was chatting about Battler. Maria. Who's on the phone? Grandfather? Battler couldn't imagine that this was the case. After all, it was inconceivable that Maria would talk intimately with Kinzo, and that she would be chatting about Battler with an eerie smile on her face. But just what kind of person could be on the phone? Who could make Maria chat with a smile like that? At that time, in the back of his mind, the words Kira had spoken to him drifted up. If a wish does appear, there's no need to doubt it. Just believe that it exists. Yeah, Battler just came back. He sure is jumpy. Maya, who's on the phone? Who? Hand it over? Sure. Here, Battler. After getting the consent of the person on the other end, she held the receiver out to Battler. Here. Maya held the receiver out for him to take, as though it was perfectly normal. Battler hesitated just a little bit before taking his receiver. After all, by accepting the existence of the person on the other end, he'd have no choice but to acknowledge them. As Kiri said, there is no longer any need to doubt that they exist. Give me a second. I don't see why it struggled to believe in it. The existence of a 19th person, or more, isn't anything inherently wrong, right, so far? Give me a second. It isn't anything, like, remotely proven wrong. Especially considering the fact there's, like, an hidden dimension that is completely in the realm of possibility. Battler took the receiver. As he did, Maya briskly left the room. Battler was a bit scared to find out for sure who was at the other end of the receiver. Questioned Maria before taking the call. Hey, where are you going? Where am I tested? I wonder who the next to share my family head will be. Battler? Or me? Don't go! You'll be killed! I won't be killed. Ceremony is already over. Even if I'm killed, I'll be revived. Whether one of us becomes dead or not, we've already been invited to the Golden Land. See you. Wait, Maya! Battler stretched his hand out to Maya's back as she left. But the cord of the receiver that he was gripping stopped him, just like a chain. He readied himself. Battler put the receiver to his ear. Beatrice's voice. Hello? Congratulations! Is it like half English, half Japanese? Yeah, it is. Nobody fucking knows what's said. Okay, good, good. Okay, it's all English. Good to know. And I'm fine. And you? Screwed up, mocking English filled his ears. It was the voice of a woman he didn't know. Who was it? The inside of his head was starting to freeze up. Who was it? What do you mean, who is it? You sure me a butler? Normally you'd answer, yes, I'm fine. Right? Text me back, you do that one in middle school, right? It would be pretty funny. The thing you do in pairs. Yeah. You're insane. Who are you? Answer me. Say it in English. Isn't that your specialty? Since when? Then don't fuck with me. Who are you? Penadilly of the damn geezer? Penadilling is a mean way to say it, is it not? At least say prisoner. And Kinzo is my prisoner. Right? Sorry. Okay, give me a second. I think this is important because of this whole thing, like there's this whole thing in episode 3 about Beatrice being essentially Kinzo's prisoner on the island. Definitely very jovial in this one. True. I mean, she's been resurrected, in quotation mark, which I assume resurrected is slang, right? For Kinzo let me out of my prison after like so many years. After all his grooming, like literally grooming. I assume that's what happened of this child that looks like Beatrice, that either is kidnapped or conceived and then put in a prison. He's not about this. Clearly, like, his whole orphanage thing of making furniture out of children, which is what Kennen and Shannon are. That's the whole thing. That's his whole deal. So, Kinzo is a piece of shit in every possible way, and I don't put it above him to, like, either... There was a Beatrice in, like, 1970 or some shit, right? A long time ago. Probably, like, 1960. Who died? Who died with Rosa once, like, Rosa escaped with her. And I think... It's really hard to think with that music in the background. I think that she was like the mom. And Kinzo essentially was raping her, right? Because like, she was completely high. Clearly, she was high. The entire time. With the way she was completely drugged up on some bullshit. The child he had with her, who ended up looking like Beatrice, right? Because, you know, children. He just put it in a cage, in the prison, and tried to raise it again to be in his service, right? I think he did some fucked up shit to women in his mention. Some really fucked up shit. And the result is this, right? The result is this. That's why Beatrice exists in episode 2. She's always existed. She's always been on the island. Even in episode 3, as I said, I don't... There are 18 humans on this island, doesn't matter. It means nothing. I do think that Beatrice is real, but doesn't have magic power. That's my belief. That last laugh didn't sound like it was aimed at Butler. was almost as though Kinzo was right next to the phone, cackling as well. Say your name! Who are you? Who? Yes, right, and you could win a free trip to Hawaii! Finally! Finally! Oh, it was so long. The days leading up to today were really long. I seriously waited 1,000 years for today. Get it? Well, I owe it to you. My big resurrection. You were like... Even in canon, you were alive 30 years ago. What do you mean, Beatrice? Thank you, Kinzo. Just throw you all in an ear to that last... I'll take that move back of yours. My, aren't you getting a tad too excited? Couldn't you act a bit more ladylike? Kinzo and Beatrice sat facing each other, over the chessboard on the reception table. There was expensive cheese and snacks to go with drinks. And there were several empty wine bottles lined up. As Beatrice rolled around on the sofa, in an unseemly way, she happily held a wine glass in one hand, and was probably completely drunk. I'm in the best mood today, so here's a huge bonus for you! Hey, Kinzo, don't use Shadow Petrus as a decoration. It's from 1947, right? If you don't open it today, just when do you plan on opening it? Let's drown ourselves in it and play! Let's watch each other with the empty bottles! Oh yeah, no, she's shit-faced drunk. Holy shit. Ah, music! You're too excited, and you're letting loose too much. And what about you, Kinzo? Aren't you happy to be reunited with me? Seriously? Beatrice, in quotation mark, resurrected? And now she's going apeshit. It's a living world, the earthly world! Long live my flesh! We got a shit-faced string once again. I'm certainly wondering how good that shit-faced string was, because I was beyond gone. I didn't even listen to it. I don't want to listen to it. It was like, holy shit. Anyways. What are you going on about? Are you saying that you're Beatrice or something? Thanks to Kinzo's very in-person marriage ceremony, I've finally been resurrected. It's nice having a mouth. It's nice having a tongue. What fun it is to be able to talk to you like this. Come to think of it, even though we slapped each other with abuse so many times over and over again. This is the first time we've had a conversation like this on the board during the game, isn't it? Now, that was episode 2. Oh, very fresh. Oh, did you hear that pop sound just now? He opened it! He seriously opened that Shadow Petrus! Do you know how much a single bottle costs? Almost as much as a whole 10 kilogram ingot, you see? Oh crap. Beatrice! The golden what you say? Give it a rest! Where are you? It's that damn beetle you too. Okay, wait. Okay, that line. That line. What the fuck? Since when is the board game real in any of the games? I beat the shit out of both of you. How does Beatrice know Battler? Wait, how does Beatrice know Battler? That's the worst part of this. I don't believe anything else, and I think everything else can be explained. How does she know Battler? And how does she know him like on such a degree that she's able to talk about the game board? I told you which is... No, they're not! No, they're clearly not! I wish I could say, oh yeah, for suspension of disbelief, right? No, they're not. They're not. It clearly... Everything that's been leading up to it. Beatrice is not real. She is real. But she's not a witch. She's not magic. So what, has she been told by Kinzo that Battler would be the most likely one to disbelieve in the witch? the fuck is that line? Oh, does she know Battler to that degree? Oh, would she know about the game board? Oh, would she know that Battler is like the most anti-magic guy in all of this? Did the other games actually happen? Wait, did the other games actually happen? Is that what's happening? Oh my god, I just realized. That's what episode 3 was about. Like, no. The aftermath of episode 3. Right? With Ange. In that reality. Seeing all the bubbles. Seeing that there's 2 bubbles. There's a bubble for episode 1. There's a bubble for episode 2. And there's no bubble for episode 3. Does she have like a ability to be able to predict the future? Is she like fucking Agent 47, like the Hitman guy? Who's able to just predict everything? Is that what you're telling me? I gotta write that down. Wait. That's out there. That's far-fetched. The first and second game board existed in Ange's reality as message bubbles. Does she have the ability to somehow predict the future and make fan fiction about what's going to happen? Did Kinzo either biographies of everyone and she determined how everyone would react to the events? Oh, could she know about the game board while playing on it? That's really my main worry, my main issue here. What do you mean it was... what? The game board while playing on it. No, that's not what I said. I didn't talk about Enge. Enge has nothing to do with this. I'm talking about Beatrice. And whoever Beatrice is on the island. I believe she's writing fanfiction of the biographies that Kinzo is giving to her, right? If Butler has no idea what's happening, as far as we're concerned, Beatrice could just be like writing fanfiction about everything that happens. Kinzo just fed her like a lot of biographies of his own children, a lot of info, all that he could gather. And she's like in a room, in her prison cell, writing, oh yeah, this will happen, this will happen, this will happen, this will happen. Which is exactly how, it is exactly how every time, right? Every time here, when someone gets killed, there's someone who is not Maria, who is writing their death, right? Who is writing their death method and everything. I think she's not able to predict the future, but she's able to write fanfiction and believe in it. That's my belief. That's the best way I have so far. I need to think about it further. She can write fanfiction based on everyone's biography and believe in it. I made the shit out of both of you. Where are you now? Answer me! So you want to meet me? It's tough being such a popular woman. But please don't try to chat me up when Kinzo's around, okay? Guy gets seriously jealous. He's a bad temper, you see? But when Kinzo isn't around and we're all alone, I'll love you all you want in secret, okay? Okay, this is pretty important. This is pretty huge. This is like the most huge part of this entire thing, right? When Kinzo isn't around, then we're all alone. I'll love you all you want. In secret, okay? She's in love. She's in love. She fell in love. That's why Battler is like... Battler is always the one to die last. But it's been a consistent thing throughout every episode. Battler has been the one to die last. And that's because she wants Battler to, like, not die until the end, because she fell in love with Battler. That's my theory. That's my theory about why Battler never died during the game. She's in love with Battler. The same way that she fell in love, like that her mom fell in love with Kinzo. You're insane. Kinzo, I've changed my mind. I won't do Maria's test. Here you go. Oh, bit cool. You are saying you'll do Battler's test? Nothing wrong with that, right? That guy is so much like a younger you that makes my heart race. That is just a theory. A Umineko theory. Don't worry, I won't cheat on you. This will be the only time I'll be alone with him. I'm always alone with you in bed, right? But no more tying me to the bed with a collar, okay? There's no way. I'm sure there's been plenty of art of that made, right? There's a reason Kinzo and Kinki are close to each other. True! Good point, good point. I mean, she did have a... No, not she. He did have a secret basement with like a bunch of BDSM gear, right? There's no way there's anything else. Kinzo! No, Kinzo is the top. I was about to say Kinzo is like that one... that one gif. Or that one picture of... I don't know if I can mention it. The one of like my grandpa's in the hospital. Please send me your prayers. It's just the most fetish like BDSM thing you've ever seen. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. What was the start of 50 Shades of Grey? But 50 Shades of Grey, I've heard, is like pretty tame compared to like. Yeah, you know, seriously. I can't bring it up on screen. But the channel is tagged as plus 18, so I can mention it. I won't describe it. I won't describe it. But if you know, you know. I is the Golden Witch Beatrice will be conducting your test myself. That was the place. Yes. Let's make it the front entrance of this mansion. Battler, make sure you try seriously out in this test to become the successor, okay? I mean, Kinzo's practically dead on his feet. Maybe you become a successor. He'll be the new owner of everything on this island. But it's you. I wouldn't mind becoming all yours, see? Rule over me just like Kinzo did, okay? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, the front entrance as I mentioned? Perfect! You drunk bastard! I'll summon you out. I'll fix that hangover with burning punch. Prepare yourself. Battler impulsively slammed the receiver down. There was no need to talk for it anymore. Meet her face to face and settle this. Yeah, as I said, Beatrice is never gonna drop a red truth that there are 18 humans here. Never. That would like... spoil it. I took the spear I'd made from the hat stand and went outside without an umbrella. It's hard to imagine that the young woman calling herself Beatrice is waiting for me alone. I should probably assume that, as good and the rest have said. She'll be waiting with supporting troops. Going alone would be too reckless. Goda! Kumasawa! It's me, Butler! I headed for the gardening storehouse first. I'll need all the help I can get. Goda is big, so I can probably call on him for some firepower. Kumasawa's knowledge and familiarity with the terrain as a senior servant might become a huge weapon. Both of them have master keys. I bet know more about the mansion than I do. They'll be pretty reliable allies. As I banged on the shutter and called out for them to open it, I remembered there was nothing they could do from the inside. No, there is. There is. You can throw the key out the window, and then you can open it. I would have to get the key back from them before opening the door. I ran in the corner, knocked on the small lattice window there and opened it. Goda, Kumasawa! It's Butler! Come on, get up! Hey! The scene in the shed, lit by a dim light bulb, was very strange. Goda! Sam! Kumasawa! From a low ceiling beam, hung two thick ropes, and at the ends, Goda and Kumasawa were hanging by their necks. You don't spit out blood. You don't spit out blood. They killed themselves in the same way that Epstein killed himself, right? I don't believe it at all. You won't convince me. You will never convince me. Never. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna be putting this like over here so I can write about it. Where is the blood coming from? Okay, this isn't for now. We'll see. It was dim and crammed because various pieces of equipment strewed about. So I couldn't make out the the mackerel took revenge. My god. But the elevator showed not even a tremor after I called up to them. And because the way the loops around the neck seemed to carry the full weight of their bodies, I did not sense a trace of life from them. You gotta be kidding me, right? Why? The shutter was still closed. There was only a single key, which had supposedly been given to Goda. Oh, did the culprit open the shutter? With both of them inside. No, wait. They weren't necessarily killed. If this is a suicide, that way, this closure would make sense. But I don't know why they would hang themselves and commit suicide. Feebly, I slumped down on the spot. Now the only humans alive on this island are me, Maya, and Dadan Geezer. Now, there's also the insane woman calling herself Beatrice. As Maria who acted like the witch's ally from the beginning, and that Ginzer, the ringleader, revived the witch. And the witch herself. What the hell? By now I might as well be the only one on this island. Using my pole as a cane, creepy rose. Damn, I can't do it like this. I've got to avenge everyone. Damn it, it's useless this way. Oh, it's useless. It's all useless. Damn it. Might as well cry while I can, so that my frail emotions will be squeezed out with my tears. Then, I straightened up and gazed into the darkness in the direction of the mansion. At the entrance of the mansion, the witch is waiting. I'll go and settle this. I'll find the source of this weird, insane night and crush her with my own hands. Amidst the pouring rain, I walked through the rose garden without an umbrella, letting myself get soaked. In anticipation of Beatrice, right? I was getting soaked because Beatrice is coming up, right? You just can't wait. But see the harbor on the other side. According to Jessica, I think that George had also been killed. We still don't have updated portraits. We saw their body. Why are there no updated portraits? At this point, there's no point worrying about the life of any hostages. Out of the path, aiming for the arbor. Then, I saw George Wood reveal his corpse. Finally! Jeez. His corpse was found. You told me it was a punch to the head! His corpse was found in the Rose Garden Arbor. There was a single wound right in the center of his forehead. Probably reasonable to assume it was shot with a gun or something similar. It's a brand of humiliation, marking his defeat to Gap. Yeah, he was just executed. Right, he answered the question wrong and then he was shot to the head. Easy, solved. Brother, damn. The corpse was in front of the arbor. What? What do you mean? He had died under the arbor. He might have at least been spared being beaten down upon the rain. How? He was in a place where he confessed to Shannon. I'll need to sort this out. I'll need to sort all of this out because, like, there's a lot of stuff. And I need to, like, sort it all out. I don't know if I'll do that off stream, but I need to do that at some point. I was supposed to be at the place he declared to Shannon. I don't know what an arbor is. What's an arbor? I thought arbor was like the, what's the word? Like a roofed area. Yeah, but isn't it like by the boats? Right, the arbor? Okay, Google image search. Oh! No, it is a place where you confess to Maria. It has nothing to do with boats. Okay. It's in Rose Garden. Okay, never mind. That's why I was saying, like, why the fuck would he be in the harbor? Like, in the boats? I don't understand. Okay. I don't know if the fact that he died outside of the harbor has any importance. But... in Aniki's forehead was a gaping hole, as though he'd been shot with a gun. Perhaps because the rain had washed everything away, his face wasn't covered with blood, so he looked almost like he was slipping. However, his clothes were stained a deep red, with signs that a large amount of blood had flowed out. How happy I'd be if he were sleeping, or else pretending to be dead. But even though the rain sprayed against Aniki's eyes, they remained open. The hole in his forehead was no joke, but absolutely real. There had been a faint chance that even Goda and Kurosawa and Gin by their necks in the garden Chen had been them playing a bad joke. But that naive possibility had now been completely denied. A gap in his forehead. True! And as I looked at this corpse, I became completely sure. Just as Goda had once said. As the enemy had come to take lives like pieces on a chessboard. There's no mistake. It seems that old Gizzard and the witch really don't view our lives as anything more than that. The damn witch said something over the phone. Something about us being on the game board. Perfect. I see. She thinks this is a game. And if you killed everyone like it was a game. It's okay if I kill you all like it's a game, right? Prepare yourself, Beatrice. What's the test? What's the test coming up? The lightning caused the mansion's vast shadow to rise up. Finally, the mansion. As the massive shape came into view, there was no silhouette of any person. It seemed that there weren't any underlings waiting for me in a pack or anything like that. According to Kiri, there were massive amounts of attendants with goat heads. At least for now, I couldn't sense a logic of them hiding and staring at me. What's this? Beneath the roof of the entrance. There's something set down. What is this? A box? It looked like the kind of small box that girls often keep trinkets in. Or maybe it was the same kind of extravagant silver case you'd find in the reception room. Either way, it didn't look like something that should be here. It clearly looked as though I was being told to open it. For some reason. Opening something... what? Opening something being offered to me was irritating. However, it didn't look like we'd get anywhere if I didn't open it. Could it be that it's set up with some trap to make it explode when open? Thinking things like that, forgetting even to comment does the other end, I continue to glare at the box, still beaten down upon by the ray. Is this cat in the box dead or alive? So many fucking things keep referencing Schrodinger's cat like it's insane. I'm so tired of hearing about it. So tired. Then, mixed in with the sound there. Was some kind of music? Sounded like that. It was the tone of the big clock in the hall, announcing 24. It was also a sound announcing that this insane day, October 4, had finally ended. And that the much more incredible insane day of October 5 had begun. Yeah, it all happened on October 4! It didn't even start on October 5 like every other time. That sound quieted, and I could hear an eerie laugh coming out of nowhere. I got a feeling that the voice was coming from the heavens, and I looked at the sky. What I saw there was a woman I'd never seen before. No, it's not true that I never saw her before. I saw her once today. Yeah, in the portrait, inside the mansion. The clothes were different, but that face was just like the witch of the portrait. Ah, who am I kidding? I already know who this person is. Are you Beatrice? Even in the PS3 they kept the fang. I'm so happy about that. Yahoo, Battler! From the second floor balcony, leaning under an umbrella and waving high-spiritedly, was, without a doubt, the witch of the portrait, Beatrice! Was the plan for the boss to take a bird's eye view and let the goat's underling torture me to death? I adjusted my grip on the spear, and, imagining goats creeping out of the nearby shadows from the entrance and surrounding me, I raised my guard in all directions. Ah, be at ease. There's no one here but you and me, see? No goat furniture, no demon butlers or teacher, not even the demon who's my close friend. And there's none of the gold butterflies that compose my flesh, no magic circles, and no summoners as witnesses. Do you know what that means? No clue. Quit babbling. It is true that even I have met you several times, even in this world. Almost as though we just missed each other. As you know, this world of humans is filled with toxin just by your existence and your dotting of me. Almost like solid ramparts straining the guard around you. The king! And for multiple games, I advanced pieces one by one, split them apart, and quartered them, leveling your red parts bit by bit. Then, the thing finally opened, and I set a bishop in, so that I could approach right up next to you. But as you know, bishops are pieces with blind spots. As long as you stay on the black squares, a bishop on black can wield a massive influence. But if you escape just one step to a white square, even if I close them right next to you, I will not be able to touch you. And that's why she targeted Kiri! That's why she did this to Kiri! That's why she convinced Kiri, because like, Kiri is the one blind spot of Battler. Kiri is the person that Battler has been constantly like thinking of as the pillar of reasoning and logic, right? She's been the one who from episode 1 has convinced Battler to not trust in the witch bullshit. So having Kiri directly to his ear tell Battler, oh yeah, demons are real, don't doubt it, believe, and whatever, right? It's the same thing with like the Chista sisters are supposed to never ever miss. Even through walls, even through doors, they never miss. That's their whole gimmick. There's no way they would have missed 5-6 times. No way. This is all bullshit. This was all to focus on Battler's big points. Theory. This way I progress through this game by settling in various pieces to prevent you from staying on a white square. Forcing you out in front of me, the one who controls the black squares. Next to you. Whatever. There are no holes opened all over your ramparts. And I was able to send in not a bishop, but a full queen. Do you know what kind of piece a queen is? A rook plus bishop? Is this what you're trying to say? That now, he not only controls black squares that are part of the illusion of the witch, but I've been able to eat into the white squares of the human world at will. Is correct? You've been calling the squares with the gold butterflies that are my minions, the illusion of the witch. And you have denied them as unobserved realities, right? And now, for that very reason, I've openly descended into the white squares like this. Do not worry, I'll kill plenty of gold butterflies and goats, demons and witches later. If you wish, I'll invite you to the Golden Land. There, any wish can be granted. Starting to look like someone knocked a neat bottle over the chessboard of this island. I see, a pleasant phrasing. Soon you'll be covered in ink as well. You will finally become covered with pitch black, and will surely become a black king. The black king to my black queen. You really are pitiful, drowning in a sea of ink right now, aren't you? No, that's wrong. I'll admit that the island has been staying completely black from your ink bottle. There's still a white square left, no black face. Oh, where? Right under my feet. Your ink of magic tries to cover the entire island, but it can't cover the ground my feet are standing on. Even if this island seems to be stained black at a glance, I am me. I'm here, stepping on a white square. It's strange. Until a second, I was shivering all over. But now that she's appeared openly right before my eyes like this, my terror has actually lessened. Interesting. Ghosts are most terrifying when you can only sense them. When you can see them, and they have a face that you can plant your fist into. There's nothing scary about it. However, she definitely isn't an interesting or friendly person. You can kill me instantly by snapping your fingers while rolling around giggling. Whether we interpret the result of her snapping her fingers as magic flying at me, or underlings showing up to shoot me, it doesn't matter. Anyway, whether this is fantasy or a mystery. Okay, I'm sorry, okay. I'm sorry, no. This isn't okay. This isn't okay. You know. Where's this at-rack stand? Where's this pier? Yes, free Umineko, you failed me again. He doesn't have his at-rack, he doesn't have his at-rack stand. Also, he's very small, but he should have a spear. You fucked it. They fucked it. How did they fuck it up? This is so messed up and like evil and twisted. What the hell? I can't believe it. She's looking over her castle wall at Butler. I mean, yeah, she's the queen looking over like her subject, I guess. I see. So does this mean? Wait. This queen, well, she can kill me just by snapping her fingers. What does this mean? Is the queen of this island? Who reigns above both the white and black squares? Well then, it might be amusing to wait until you catch a cold in all that rain. But it's about time to move to the matter at hand. Can you see the box down here? Your test is inside it. Wait. All of this happened. I'm not interested in some stupid game about who becomes a successor. My goal is to take you and that geezer, and all of you guys who killed everyone, and smack them with a hand touch? The fuck is a Gyan punch? I've also never watched Attack on Titan. I think I watched the first season and I thought it was shit and I stopped watching. With a giant pudge, okay. One of those face crushers. Oh, so you'll fly through the air up to my balcony? Very well, very well. Then come on, right now. Here, up. Damn you, acting so carefree just because you're in a completely safe place. I'm coming over there right now, so prepare yourself and wait for me. I'm gonna send an edit. Please show me. Okay, that's good. That's good shit. That is good shit. That is very good shit. Listen, there was an empty square in the middle. This is perfect. This will be here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is perfect. Ah, no. The door is locked. Of course, the shutter is down. All the windows. My castle isn't so fragile that a single night like you could break in. Didn't you say it was a king? I tried opening the door to the entrance anyway, but it really was locked. When I looked around, and the shutters were closed on the windows after all. Normally those wouldn't be closed. Looks like you prepared for everything. Where's the key? Go down in Kumasawa probably had master keys. Though they were in the closed room of the garden shed. Can only give up for now. Yeah, there are 3 more keys. Damn, guess she's not for herself. Do you really want to be beside me so much? Alright, if you impressively pass your test, why don't I grant you an audience? If you pass, then you'll become the successor and my new master. My flesh and soul will be yours to do with you as you please. For I am no more than the issue of your family's furniture. Well, looks like you want me to take this test no matter what. Okay, I'll give it a shot. If I pass, my first prize will be a punch to your face. Scary. But it's not like a mind being controlled by violence, you see. Grab onto my head, make my face twist in pain, tear me apart like a heart does with talons. With spray, scratch at me and trample upon me. She's such a sub. This is why there was all that like bondage equipment in the basement. This is her fetish. Remind me of Kinzo in his younger days once more. That single time in my 1,000-year life. Remind me of that day I stopped the joy of being controlled, surrendering, and being reduced to furniture. God, that's so fucked up. You damn drunk, we weren't getting anywhere. And you're wearing the stupidly smiling witch. I picked up the box. That was like this, I'm way scarier than Dub. I mean, no, Dub is scarier. He did kill like everyone on the island. Let's open it. Inside is a letter. Read it. I opened it. There was a faint smell of cigarettes. Apparently, it really had originally been a Skiga case. There was no cigarettes or cigars inside. Instead, there was a Western envelope with a one-winged eagle's crest. When I opened that too, there was a letter inside. I looked up at the witch. She was grinning down at me. Seemed like she was looking forward to seeing what kind of reaction it'd have to the contents. Damn, just perfect. Its contents were something like this. Among the 3 mentioned below, in order to gain 2, sacrifice 1. 1, your life. 2, blank's life. 3, everyone else's lives. If you do not choose 1, all of the above will be lost. What's this? A pretty creepy stuff's written there. More importantly, the second one's blank, so I don't even know whose life it's supposed to be. Indeed. That second one is where you put the name of the second one, the test Tucker loves the most. For Jessica's test, it was Canon. For Joseph's test, it was Shannon. They had obvious feelings for certain people. Those names were written in beforehand. But I don't know whom you have feelings for. I didn't know whose name to write and left it blank. I'm gonna say... Eng. But like... You know, brotherly love. It's the only person in his family he still cares about. And he's shown to be like, really care for her. So I'm guessing he's gonna write Eng. The feelings don't have to be romantic. I assume that for Maya, it's gonna be like Rosa, right? That's perfect. Love you, Beatrice. I'll stick your name in there. In that case, I'll choose a second choice. Happy now. Hey, quit joking, quit joking. Hey, please, Butler. That means the name of the person you have feelings for. If you don't, then this won't be a test, right? Sorry, I don't have any girl in particular. Even if I did, what the hell would I tell you? In that case, this taste will not work for you. What a shame, what a shame. And I was really wondering what kind of woman was your cup of tea. What would you do if I said I like veg? Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Butler! Butler! My problematic king! Shut the fuck up! Oh my god. Oh my god. My goodness gracious. Shut the fuck up, Butler. That wouldn't match you at all, right? Oh my god. Oh, fuck. Hey. Oh my fucking god, I can't believe you actually dropped that. Anyways, well, as you breast some of your blonde Bonsi is best, right? I'm not truly the embodiment of your ideal. Cackle, cackle. If guessing your free size is a test to become a successor, I'll take it gladly. Ah, yes. This was a test to choose a successor, wasn't it? What's so fun chatting with you that I've been getting a bit off topic. Then I have to begin the test. I will question you to see whether you are qualified to be the successor of the Ushomiya family headship. Answer with care. The witch who had been joking around like she was a drunk till a second ago suddenly regained her dignity. She looked as though she truly had stepped out of the majestic portrait. I am the Ushomiya family alchemist with its head half cut off. The golden witch and the endless witch Beatrice. You have the qualifications to inherit the Ushomiya family and all of my gold. That is what I will test. State your name. Ushomiya Butler. When faced with a dignity you wouldn't have imagined from her appearance a short while ago, I answered without any hesitation. And from that, yes, I see. Can tell why she's worthy of calling herself the true queen of this island. Very well, Ushomiya Butler. Forgot we were using the Rikishi sprites. Same. I love the Rikishi sprites. However, for the 6th name, for the 6 years, you have thrown away the Ushomiya name, have you not? What was that? Because I ran out of love for that old bastard. I know. It was because you felt that your father's remarriage disgraced the death of your mother, whom you respected, yes? I see. You have no blood relation to your new mother whatsoever. It's not as though I can't understand why you'd be unable to accept that mother. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What does that mean? Oh, does she relate? That's a big question now. Why don't you understand? Why? What mother she's talking about? How does she not relate? What mother is she talking about? What are you trying to say? Can someone understand the childishness that led you to resist your father's remarriage, since you wanted him to alter yourself? However, was throwing away the Yoshimiya name as a means of resistance not a disgrace to your family and blood? You were born and raised Yoshimiya, were you not? Do you think you had the right to forget that debt and throw away the Yoshimiya name? It's got nothing to do with you. This is between me and Dad. The Yoshimiya name does not belong to you and your father alone. That was your childishness. Nothing more than your inability to forgive the fact that your father was stolen away by an unknown woman. The 6 years during which you threw away the Yoshimiya family registers were a significant period during which you covered the Yoshimiya family in mud. Know the depths of that sin. No, sorry, I'm so childish. However, even though it occurred around the time of the deaths of your grandparents, you did well to return to the Yoshimiya register. For that, let us give you a chance to purify that sin yourself. Now is the time to compensate for your sin of 6 years ago. Come, try to remember. Remember your own sin. Remember that, confess, and repent. That is the test I shall give you. No, I'm not talking about Battler didn't say that, it was Beatrice. Beatrice said that. Beatrice said, I can relate to this. So she's talking about her own experience. I understand that, like, we're talking about Battler, but what she said was relating directly to her own experience. At that time, a massive thunderclap. Yeah, that's what I didn't understand. I do understand that Kiri's his stepmother, and I do understand the relation they have and how complicated it is. But what I don't understand is how Beatrice relates. What about her mother does she not understand? How does she feel? Like, does she not have blood linked to her mother? That's what I wonder. Making my mind go blank. What do you mean, repent? Are you trying to tell me to apologize? This has already begun. You may think as you wish. The witch's expression did not look like a person forcing a tough question on someone and sneering at them. She was asking seriously, and he could even sense a quiet determination. Even though the rain fell on Battler, he did not shift his eyes from that gaze. The witch threw her umbrella away. She abandoned herself to the falling rain, so that the rain would fall on her until Battler answered that question. She had chosen to let the rain fall on her as well until he reached an answer. For some reason, Battler understood that. And yet, he didn't understand. Well, if we could put it that way, I do think I was being childish. All things considered, even Dad getting remarried didn't cancel out the debt I owed for him raising me. I heard that Dad always kept on paying for my living expenses, that he even said he wanted to participate in school events. The only reason he couldn't come was because I told Grandpa and Grandma not to let him come, no matter what. It's true that I can't argue back if you want to call that my childish resistance. But you know, in that case, we would clear away Mom's Yoshimiya Asumi's regrets. Even though Mom was so devoted to her family and did the very best she could. Despite that, Dad was cheating with Kiri-san. He even got her pregnant revenge. And then, on her birth, he rushed to move them into his register. If that wasn't a betrayal of Mom, then what was it? Who will clear up Mom's regrets? Well, what you're saying is also right. If those cheating was a fact, the debt I owed for being raised was real too. In that case, they cancel each other out. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with me leaving the family, is there? That's right. I had the right. No, it's a duty to smack Dad in Mom's place, didn't I? But I didn't do that. I left without saying anything. A story I didn't there in the first place. And Dad forgot all about me and started a new family of Kiri and Ange. Doesn't that settle everything? But since then, 6 years have passed. I'm healed the anger. Kiri understood my anger. And even so, she tried to interact with me. even if it meant tearing her heart apart. And she didn't know anything about the situation. And even though I lived in a separate house, she was raised believing that I was a real big brother and loved me as if it were true. Dad casually said to come home anytime I wanted. It started to feel more and more ridiculous. I thought it was about time for me to cool my head as well. So I said I'd put it all behind me as long as Dad apologized. Then came the day of Grandpa's funeral. Then he really did put his hands on the floor and apologize, looking unbelievably pathetic. Did that. And seriously brought his head to me, you see. And I saw that. It would be stupid to keep it up any longer. I'm sure Mom thought the same thing. Every time Dad and I fought, Mom would always laugh and mediate for us. Oh, why are you fighting over something that silly? Is what she'd say. I could feel Mom saying that and laughing. So, even though I couldn't actually say I'd forgive him, but it might be okay to start over again from square one. So I decided to wind everything back to what it was 6 years ago. Then, I returned to the Ushromiya family register. I'd also cried, raged, and worried for a whole 6 years. Might have been the same dad, and for my dead mom. Maybe even for Kiri and Ange. So went back to square one, and returned to being Ushromiya butler. That's my immediate family's problem. It has nothing to do with the Ushromiya family. You have no right to judge that as a sin, and I have no obligation to show repentance to you. If there was anyone that should have done that for you, you've already killed them. So I won't apologize for anything. I won't repent. That's my answer for this test. Is that all? What? Part of me had fully responded to her provocation. I'd subsequently vented out all the stuff I'd kept inside my chest. Stuff I hadn't wanted to show anyone. As was what the witch had supposedly been expecting. And yet, the witch's blank expression didn't change in the slightest. It's sure she'd stopped cackling and guffawing, sneering at my childish, foolish, shameful past. But on the contrary, I could sense a feel of disgust about her. Something you could almost call disappointment. What do you mean, is that all? I exposed everything about me, right? What more could you want? That still isn't enough to clear away your sins. Clear away? What the hell are you talking about? Are you asking me to present myself right here and apologize like Dad did? That's not it. I have no interest in matters concerning your immediate family on your own. Where are we? Okajima, the main residence of the Ushromiya Et family. Isn't there a sin you ought to remember? Fitting for this place? Are you saying that I have another sin? Remember, Ushromiya Butler, not being able to remember that is your sin. For that reason, I shall forgive you. If you can remember it, I shall forgive you. Remembering that is my test of atonement for you. Even if you want me to remember. Remember. That's what makes it a sin. Sorry, Bito. I have absolutely no memory of it. You make it sound like I caused you trouble 6 years ago or something. But I supposedly met you for the first time at this family conference. It's true that your legend also existed 6 years ago. But I shouldn't have been acquainted with you. Naturally. On Okajima of 6 years ago, I had not yet materialized. Then what kind of sin are you saying I have? Are you saying I've sinned against you somehow? Don't make me say the same thing twice. I have not materialized 6 years ago. There's no way for me to become acquainted with you. In the world that you are. It was a store didn't exist. Did Butler find... Did Butler solve the epitaph as a kid and then reject it? Was that it? Did Butler reject becoming like the new Ed or something? And then fuck off. That's what I'm gonna assume. With those cold eyes. Although as though they were pursuing some kind of sin. At a glance, well, as though she still hated me for something I'd done to her, and that she blamed me for it. However, I naturally didn't have a clue, and Bito had said it herself. 6 years ago, there was no link between us. 6 years ago, no person called Beatrice existed for me. Finally, some red truth. We've not had any since the start of this episode. Putting it on the chart. Give me a sec. At least give me a hint. What's the sin? Have anything to do between you and me? I had no connection to you 6 years ago. Remove me from your thoughts already. Why do you think it is a sin against me? Your eyes. My eyes? Oh. Because your eyes are whispering at me to apologize. But I had no connection with you 6 years ago, and it looks like you acknowledge that too. Is that true? Is it really not a problem between me and you? I already said it wasn't. No problem between me and you has anything to do with this. But still, your eyes are telling me indifferently. I don't even have a clue. Can you say it in red? You proclaim that the sin you're telling me to remember isn't something between you and me. Very well. The sin I am now demanding that you remember, it's not between Ishirmiya Butler and Beatrice. Okay. Okay. Then why are you looking at me with those eyes? I don't know. I am simply gazing at you blankly. If it feels that way to you, perhaps there's something making you feel that way. I'm also looking forward to it. I'm gonna spend, like, after this stream, I'm probably gonna, like, sit down and start thinking about this in depth. Because you can guess that it's a bit hard to do this while in the middle of a stream, right? But I'm gonna be thinking about this shit for a while. What kind of sin are you saying, yeah? Ushirmiya Butler as a sin. I'm asking you what kind? Oh, but it's just some trivial sin, like eating someone or tricking someone. Because of your sin, people die. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. My first theory about this. I fucked up the audio. Wait. Is this? You're imagining things. Is this because, again, did Butler solve the epitaph and reject it? And because he rejected it, that's a sin, and it caused the entire game to happen. The game that should not have happened if he had actually found the clue. Right? If he had actually solved it and said to everyone that he solved it. Does he just not remember that he solved it and then dismissed it? Is this why Butler think all of this is like bullshit? Because to him, all of this is just like silly. He didn't believe in it for some reason. Let's continue. Let's continue. I'm sorry. I'm just pausing to think. Liar. I've never killed anyone. Then say it. Who did I kill? When? Who? How? A great many humans of this island die. No one escapes. All die. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he had solved it, and he just refused, for some reason, right? Then all this game would never have happened. What? What kind of incomprehensible thing are you saying? Are you saying I killed everyone? I'm a killer? Doesn't mean you carried it out directly. However, because you committed a sin from an imperfection in the cause that stretched back a full 6 years. A distortion was created. And tonight, this many lives are lost. You are one of the causes of this tragedy. Witnessing around. I'm the cause? What? Are you saying 13 people died because I abandoned the Ushomiya register 6 years ago? Are you saying that 13 people died because I came back to the Ushomiya family after 6 years? Don't fuck with me! Give it a rest! For the 6 years, I've been the man farthest from the Ushomiya family, right? How could I have influenced anything in any way? It's not like I came from the family conference because I wanted to. Right? I returned to my family after 6 years, so to make up for that lost time, I came to Rokkenjima reluctantly. It's not like I had some duty to come here today. I came back, and because of that, a massacre occurred. And what? Are you saying that if I hadn't come back, no one would have had to die? Said in red. Can you say in red that if I hadn't come back, this massacre crime wouldn't have occurred? There's no way you can say it because you're the culprit for everything. Repeat it. If you show me a batter, then return to Rokkenjima. This crime wouldn't have occurred. You can say it. Try saying it. And do it, can you? You can't say it. The culprit is you, not me. Don't try to rub that responsibility off onto me. Insert in red. Try to repeat it. You can't. My existence has nothing to do with the crime. Quit saying incomprehensible stuff and try to confuse me. I began to remember the coolness of the raindrops that kept falling down. The rain earlier had just heard, but now I felt common cold from those raindrops. Is there nothing that you remember? Sorry, I don't even have a clue. Hey, I'm starting to get a little pissed off. If there's something you want to say, then say it. You have a grudge against me. You just have to say it out loud. Don't do it in such a dirty way, forcing me to remember. Ask one more time. Can you remember any sin? No, I can't remember anything. And he's dead. So? He says that he can remember nothing. With this, are your regrets at an end? Even a hopeless bet can be end regrets if you do not take it. That's enough. Betting itself has meaning. Who's talking to who? That may be true. In that case, this is the end of my regrets in my game. What will you do? Who knows? Not interested at all anymore. Sorry. But I wish to leave the game board now. I understand. I will take over for the rest of the game. You may rest. Indeed. Oh! That's... He had found out about... Like, as I said, if he had solved everything, they would have freed her. And she wouldn't have to be included in the number of people who died on the island. If Battler had remembered, either he solved it, or he found the hidden dimension, or he found something, and he doesn't remember. And if he did... You may forget everything, and bury your head in your pillow. My favorite fruit should shield and protect you from everything. I'll be counting on you to finish up the rest. Leave it to me. Leave everything else to me and sleep. The witch, who had questioned Battler herself, and the other witch, who had appeared from behind, remained. It assuredly was identical, the same witch. The expression was somewhat indifferent and ice cold, completely removed from the one who, despite seemingly drunk up until then, had been in high spirits. Hey, are you listening? Isn't this enough for that test thing? I don't care whether I passed or failed. I won't be satisfied until I can bash your face. Come down here, or I'll slip in this door. The witch did not answer. Her eyes were as cold as Battler's shoulders. She was not clearly a different person since the time she first appeared on that balcony. The witch gazed into my eyes and gave 2 small shakes of her head. Even without words, I was able to gather that she was expressing some kind of disappointment. Without saying anything, the witch turned on her heels. After that, only Battler remained, the cold rain still beating down on him. The story was in the middle of a lively party. It seemed that Gap was making fun of Virgilia after having tripped her up in some stupid way. They were spitting la 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 and gap 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 at each other. With this as a side show, Kinzo and Runove had opened the new bottle. Oh, you're back! Where's the results of Battler's test? Fire's test got passing marks with no complaints, you see. I'm despised as a little girl. Let's see, but see. Why, oh my, oh my. Not bad, not bad. Seemed like Kinzo was that drunk. Facing Vito, who had returned, he laughed with the same level of tension as the times they'd left for the tests. However, Runove and Virgilia instantly noticed this change in enthusiasm. Yap also froze her expression and went silent. What is it, Beatrice, my beloved witch? Not enough to drink, not enough on the side. We poured it all over a cow or something and rocks it whole. Oh, not bad. Remove Runove, prepare one right away. Beatrice, let's see if the results of Beatler's test for later. Why don't we have a toast to spare rib first? Where's yourself whole? What? The witch, voice spoken bluntly, coldly passed by Kinzo's side as he doubled over, laughing in a great mood. Then, behind the witch's back, the old summoner's body suddenly went up in flames. Again? Why? Crimson flames sputtered from his eyes, mouth, nose. Every hole in his body, Kinzo rolled around. Does he get burnt every fucking game, Bob? Even though it was a terrible hellfire, it didn't burn anything except Kinzo. Kinzo didn't have a clue what was going on, and able to understand why Beatrice, who had been in such a good mood, had suddenly turned so cold. He rolled around. Dancing silhouettes of the witch and demons created by that massive rolling torch looked like a group of excited spectators around a burning at the stake. However, the eyes of the demons who watched over it were indifferent. When Kinzo finally stopped moving, the fire disappeared, leaving a pitch-black corpse. The inside of the room was commanded by the stillness of the sound of the rain. Oh, that explains it, Mac. That explains it. What is it, tell me, my lady? I've gotten over my excitement, cleaning up those bothersome cinders. Beatrice's expression was unbelievably indifferent. There was an iciness that might easily bring the others to the same fate as Kinzo if in order. Yes, I'm feeling up. That made a jet black pitfall swallow up Kinzo's cinders. If she hadn't carried that out quickly, Yap might also have been burnt. You could even feel that thirst for blood. No, a thirst for blood probably isn't the best way to describe it. A thirst for ash. Just like humans don't have any particular emotion when they step on an ant while they're walking. That was all much, unconsciously and mercilessly. Vito was now filled with a brutal emptiness that wouldn't hesitate at burying a passerby. What is it, Vito? I don't want to answer. No. Even answering is too much of a pain to do now. What is it? This isn't like you. Did something happen? Did Battler say something? Beatrice didn't even answer. It seemed that she even ignored it. There was a change in gap for her feet. A creaking, cracking sound rose, like thin ice breaking. And in an instant, it got into a glass sculpture. Gap! Disappeared for a while. I'm in a very bad mood. Beatrice spoke that in a truly cold voice, which could freeze her out just by hearing it. Certainly. Then please allow us to retire. If you need anything, call at any time. After bowing, Roderick turned into a cloud of gold butterflies and ate himself. After turning Gap, who had become a sculpture, into a cloud of gold butterflies, Virgilia also turned into a cloud, which mixed in with the others and disappeared. In the study made untidy by drinking, Beatrice stood still, alone. Since the time she had returned, her expression had not changed in the slightest. However, when she saw the fallen empty wine bottle and scattered cheese plates, her brow furrowed, looked a bit displeased. And when she whispered disappear in an instant, the room was cleaned up in a flash, and still nothing had happened. The reception chairs were neatly arranged, and there was no wine or cheese. There were no stains or scattered trash either. To the contrary, even the air had frozen over. And, enough to make one doubt whether a large number of noisy people really had been in this room until a short while ago. The study had returned to silence. What the fuck? Like, my god. Is that why her fanfiction was always centered around Butler the entire time? Inside silent, frigid study, where even the air had frozen, Beatrice stood still. Then she called, muttering, "Butler, are you there? I've been here for a while. What the hell's going on with you? If it's strange since a short while ago. Do I seem strange? My apologies. Even though you were drinking so happily with that damn geezer, you suddenly burnt him up. Ate him and his friend is a glass sculpture. When you told the butler, your teacher to leave, they disappeared right away, your words. Just a fickle and selfish are you. Butler, I'm done. Done with what? I've gotten bored of this. Huh? That's... Well... It was the one who started this game. If you let it up, that's great for me. So basically, you're giving up? I am not giving up. I'm simply ending it. No. I won't even end it. I'm just abandoning this game for all eternity. Doesn't that mean you're giving up? Nah, the words got bored of it and threw away. Fit you perfectly. That is correct. I grew bored of it, and I'm throwing it away. I don't care what happens next. It can remain abandoned and gather dust as much as you like. What's going on with you? You've been kinda hard to deal with since a short while ago. Are they still the after effects of that incomprehensible test from earlier? If you've got a grudge, all you have to do is say so clearly. You said in red that it has nothing to do with you, but there's gotta be a play on words, right? It's written all over your face. You have a grudge against me. How many times will I have to say I have no grudge against you before you'll understand? At the time you committed your sin, I did not exist. As Bito spoke with an offended expression, her face twisted to look even more displeased. Fickle, inconsistent, moody, temperamental, selfish, and simple-minded, and cruel. But even so, you hadn't shown an expression as strange as this even once until now. Well, you were the one who provoked me into this game. I'm a bit let down that it wasn't resolved, but feel free to invite me again if you feel like it. But when that happens, allow me to politely refuse, okay? We intentionally spoke in a mocking tone, but Bito showed no reaction. Butler hung his head and clicked his tongue. We circled around October 4 and 5 over and over again, but I finally had just enough about this role. This way, the boat will come tomorrow. That's right. And then the seagulls will return to the arbor. I'll finally be able to hear Rakujima's signature nya cries. After all, maybe because of the weather, they weren't there at all when I came to the island. And the seagulls cry. Everything will end, I guess. All done. The end. What a relief. Exactly what is it that you're misunderstanding? What'd you say? I said that nothing would end. With this, everything will be abandoned. The game will be forgotten. The pieces in the board will be abandoned as they lay. There will be no advancing or returning, no taking and being taken, no victory, no defeat, not even a tie, just abandon. Does that mean it's over? Wrong. On my turn, the game will stop for all eternity. Your turn will not come. There will be no victory, no defeat, nor a tie. In the past, I couldn't let you do that. After all, one of my goals was winning against you. However, I lost interest. There is no longer any point in making moves any longer. What do you mean by my turn not coming? I thought that Bito getting tired of the game meant it'd be released, and that I'd be able to escape Rakunjima. But for some reason, Bito's repeated words about the difference between abandoning the game and settling it caught my attention. Just what is it she's been saying? And why is it a bad mood? At that time, I suddenly heard a voice from behind me. When I turned around, there was someone I thought I might, or might not, remember from somewhere. A mysterious girl, with no light in her eyes, was standing there. What this kid's saying goes something like this. She means putting the lid on this game and leaving the pieces as they are. That the game will be locked away for all eternity without ending. I'll wait for you to return to your original world, suing against Bito. Mito abandons the game. Get it? Suddenly in a different place was a girl wearing a bright pink-red dress. Flandre Scarlet! I had a feeling I'd met her somewhere too, but I couldn't remember. More important was the meaning of the words. If the game is abandoned, then... Huh? That's right. A match won't be resolved unless enemies and allies meet. You mean that you'd never be able to win and escape from this world for all eternity. What it comes down to, I guess, is something like taking the key to the cage that you're locked in, fastening it to the collar of a pigeon or something, and letting it fly. This isn't funny, Bito. We didn't come this far to watch such a boring game. Calling it a day like this is no joke. I agree with Lambda. I came here to make battle win, to make you rev in defeat. I still haven't achieved that goal. I won't stand for you abandoning the game at a time like this and running away. I acknowledge that it would mean the curtain call for a game that disappoints you, ladies. However, the host of this tea party, I'm fickle. Once it's lost its fun, I know no way of entertaining. Well, if that's been my wish-like way of doing things from the very beginning. No! It can't be Battler solving it. Right? That can't be it. Is it related to Maria? It's an old thing about like shooting many theories at once, right? There's my idea that like it's related to solving the mystery, but could it also be because he threw away Maria and wasn't there for her when she needed help, and he preferred to like run away, and that's sin because Maria was like corresponding with Beatrice, talking with Beatrice and everything to grow more radicalized. Or some shit? I don't know. No, because the epitaph existed by the time that he did this mistake. Wait, does she ever mention a sin? Does she ever mention a date? The sin that you're demanding on between Ishami Butler and Beatrice. Okay, so then that red truth would contradict the fact, like, that entire idea that, oh, the sin was against her because he did not save her by solving the epitaph. That does not work. It's not about her. So, would it be about Maya? He left Maya alone, and her situation worsened. Maya is somehow the epicenter of all of this. Some way I don't understand yet. The thing, I don't think he did. I don't remember saying that. Once it's lost is fun. I don't know way of entertaining. I believe that's been my wish-like way of doing things since the very beginning. There are no problems, yes? Certainly. I won't go against your creed. I won't accept it. Quit fooling around. How much do you think I've supported you? You think I'd be okay with that after all this preparation? Don't mess with me. I'm saying that I have tired of it. Nothing more, nothing less. It's not gonna fly. We'll have you continue this game. You wanna win against Battler, right? You wanna win and make him surrender, right? You're almost there, aren't you? Am I right? Don't ask me that. But I have an opinion too. Let me say it. What? This is a fight you picked. Prepare to settle this once and for all. I've come close to surrendering many times, but I've never had any intention of escaping partway through, leaving the match undecided. Since I'm here, showing the will to fight, you better not run away, Beatrice. I agree. Getting Battler involved and then leaving without giving him victory or defeat is just too irresponsible. Suddenly, even Gretel was there. Hello, Ange. What's up? Hi. Hello, Ange. Hi. Hello. Hi. And everyone was calling Vito irresponsible. Oh, and then must be being called irresponsible because Battler will, as my opponent, be stuck. In that case, Battler, will you step down from being an opponent as a shot? That way, I will have done nothing worthy of criticism. If I step down, will I be able to leave Rokanjima? There's no chance you'll be able to leave. You'll be covered in dust and it'd pile up on the shoulders. Quit fooling around. What an irresponsible person. You've killed such a large number of people. On top of that, using a witch's power, you've done it over and over. Killing in gruesome ways. Definitely won't let you escape without taking responsibility. Responsibility? Oh. What is it I should do to take this so-called responsibility? Fight until a resolution is reached. Battler will sit in a chair across from you, never giving up and fighting until he beats you. So you too, fight until you defeat it. If you don't like that, try and defeat Battler. If you leave everything unresolved, then abandon Battler in this chair. Locking him up and never letting him return. I won't forgive you. Gretel. To be perfectly honest, I didn't really understand from what standpoint Gretel was trying to save me. But in her words, I could feel a strong determination to save me from this insane game world, no matter what. I responded in kind. Beato, face me. I'm here, across from you, in the seat of your rival. Get it? As long as I continue to sit here, I won't allow you to escape. But don't escape. Fight. Isn't this a fight you started? You did all that crap over and over, making a complete mess of things. Or could I let you end it because you're tired? After all this time? I am your opponent. As long as I'm here, I won't let you escape. You're listening, you irresponsible witch. Try saying something! After I yelled at her, Vito went silent for a while. Whether my words had reached her, or whether she was thinking about something completely different, I couldn't tell. That whole sin thing is throwing me for more of a loop than anything else this episode. What did Battler do? This, like, inter-character relationship thing that I don't understand yet. Who is Beatrice then? If Beatrice did not exist 6 years ago, where did she come from? Where did she go? Where did she come from? Show me a Beatrice. Colonizer, true. That was the point. I was searching for a way to like 4 syllables with Beatrice. Beatrice. Here we go. Should have said that. What did Battler do? Beetle Joe. I need to think about this. I'm compelled. I'm compelled about this. Who's Joe? Seriously, who's Joe? Jemima. But for a while she was silent, gazing at me with an expression I could read no emotion from. And when she realized that I had noticed, she averted the gaze. Then she turned it back to me and said this. But since Battler will not quit as my opponent, the ladies are saying that my abandonment of this game will not be acknowledged. In that case, let's ask. Let's see if the man over there was qualified to be my opponent in the first place. Qualified? Probably something to do with that test or whatever just now. What are you planning to do? To tell me you're... I will now determine whether or not you are qualified to be my opponent. Ready, Battler? If disqualification are acknowledged, I will stay in my seat and continue the game. And I shall promise to fight for all eternity until the outcome is decided. This is gonna be big. I was ready for that from the beginning. However, if you're not qualified, you must disappear. If the opponent disappears, there is no game. I can leave this place openly. As a lady satisfied, interruptions will not be necessary. Go ahead, do as you like. Battler, you! Make sure you answer well. The very reason I'm here is because I'm qualified, right? There's nothing to be scared of. You couldn't be! Gretel grew suddenly pale. I thought her to be the calm, collected type, so the expression surprised me. Well then, Battler, I shall have you repeat it in red. Okay. I did not expect this. Whatsoever. Asking me to repeat something? Damn, you're stealing my signature move. But can I use the red truth too? How? If you wish for it to be that way, you can do it. It's easy. My name is Yoshiromiya Battler. Oh, pretty cool. Stop it! I know what you're after, but stop that! Please! When Gretel yelled, he took glared at her. Then, wait! Did he just... Shut up, leave your seat for a while. You two ladies, if you interfere, I will not hold back. Didn't he fuck up by saying it's Yoshiromiya Battler? She's gonna ask her what the game board is. Where's the game board is? Who he is. We won't get in the way. Go ahead, do as you like. This is bad. She's trying to erase Battler. What's that? What's she planning? Yeah, exactly. And then I shall question your qualifications. Interesting. Attack and defense are reversed from a normal game. This is a very precious experience, coming at the very, very end. Ready? Listen carefully. I will speak with the red first. I am the Golden Witch Beatrice. And I opened this game in order to fight Yoshiromiya King's grandchild, Yoshiromiya Battler. Okay, this I'm saving up. This I'm saving up too. I'm good at ponder the fuck out of this. There we go. I am Yoshiromiya Battler, he said this. So, I need to write down who's speaking because we're speaking red now. I didn't know that. So what? Repeat it. Yoshiromiya Battler's mother is Yoshiromiya Asumu. Where is she leading with this? What? Why is mom names popping up all of a sudden? I did not require chatter. Just repeat it in red. Peter urged me with the same indifferent tone, but I don't have a clue what she's trying to do. There's absolutely nothing to feel giddy for. That would trouble me thrown in my face. And there's nothing that I'm hiding. There's nothing that could trouble me by demanding that I repeat it. So why do something like this? Sure, I'll repeat it. Yoshiromiya Battler's mother is Yoshiromiya Asumu. No way! Oh my god! Is Beatrice Battler's mother? Is this a sin? Right. The line is not over yet. Give me a second. I don't need to bother myself bringing a copy of the family register. You can't say this because the person who's been officially declared as his mother is Asumu. So is she not the real mother? Beatrice There's no fucking way, right? There's no way. That Beatrice is his mom. Little shadow is necessary. Let's continue. Your name is Ushirimiya Butler. Sure. My name is Ushirimiya Butler. It was from Ushirimiya Asumu that Ushirimiya Butler was born. Ushirimiya Asumu that Ushirimiya Butler was born. Oh, this is so bad. He's in so much deep shit. He doesn't realize. He's gonna force him to use the red in a manner that's false. Oh, that's so bad. It was from Ushirimiya Asumu that you were born. It was from Ushirimiya. There's no way. Wait, okay, so there's two things. Either is Beatrice's son? Either is Beatrice's son, or wait, but didn't you already say that? Why is it in Japanese? Shut up. Is he not Ushirimiya? No, he is Ushirimiya, but is he an illegitimate child? Is he not part of the family? Oh my god, no! No, it's not Beatrice's thing. Asumu had an affair with someone unrelated to the Ushirimiya family. The Butler has no blood related to the Ushirimiya family in any way whatsoever. That's what she's leading up to. Butler is not a Ushirimiya. He has no Ushirimiya blood in his veins. That's what it is. Oh my god. At that time, my throat suddenly closed. I was rapidly assaulted with a choking suffocation. What's going on? One more time. It was from Ushirimiya Asumu that I was born. It was from Ushirimiya Asumu that I was born. What the hell? Oh, oops. Sorry. You refuse to repeat it. I'm not refusing anything. It's not working for some reason. It was from Ushirimiya Asumu that I was born. Why? Then what could I use the red? What the hell? My mom is Ushirimiya Asumu, right? What? I say that fact in red. What's going on? It says red forcefully speak red that cannot be spoken. You joke. There's no need to strain yourself. Allow me to use a formation fact to press you in blue. Do you remember? The blue is used to proclaim a theory for the opponent to deny. They are then burdened with the responsibility of denying that in red. And if they do not, it becomes your victory. Then let us begin. You present the demand to repeat, and your subsequent refusal, I proclaim that you are not qualified to be my opponent. Oh my god. Oh, I did not expect this at all. What a plot twist. What a plot twist. In order to fight Ushirimiya Kinzo's grandchild, Ushirimiya Butler. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, she had an affair with someone else. This gave you the responsibility as my opponent. Declare in red that you are Ushiromiya Kinzo's grandchild, Ushiromiya Battler. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, this is so... That is a plot twist I never expected whatsoever. You could have given me $1 million. I never would have expected this. This means the loss of your qualifications. Okay. Deny something about that in red, quickly! Sure! Ushiromiya Battler. Because I can't say that in red, I should be your opponent. Maybe a fact that you have the name Ushiromiya Battler. However, people's names are not exclusive. There is a possibility that multiple humans have the name Ushiromiya Battler. In short, this is what it means. You are a different person, same person, last name, as Ushiromiya Asumu's son, Ushiromiya Battler. What the fuck do you mean? What? What would you say? No, he's so stupid. I'm Mom's child. Ushiromiya Asumu's child. Well, so I'm sure. And why? What could I say? I was born from my mom? How could something so stupid be true? No need to suffer. I will not talk with you. This is checkmate. Yeah, not Ushiromiya Asumu's son. Oops. Oh, I should not skip that. Oops. That one was important. Is she Kiri's son? No, that wouldn't make no sense. I don't get it. I gotta clear this in red. Let's do this quickly. Don't want to take too much time. I'll just write in red. Here we go. Okay. What? Please call it proof. You're kidding me? Who are you? What person calling themselves Ushiromiya Battler? Wait a second. I'm Ushiromiya Battler. So I'm Ushiromiya Asumu that I was born. I'm dad and mom's son. Retro, no more words to retro. I mean, that's just called repeating it. No. There's no way to turn my opponent Ushiromiya Battler. With this as proof. Proof, you say? You do not know that sin 6 years ago. No, it was a true Ushiromiya Battler would not have committed a sin. But a sin did occur in the end. That span of 6 years became a blank space. And a man who knew nothing of that time took on the name Ushiromiya Battler and appeared on Rokkenjima. That truth goes like this. 6 years ago, my opponent, the true Ushiromiya Battler, was already dead. You were part of a plot by Rudolph having something to do with distribution of the inheritance. A body double set up in Ushiromiya Battler's place. Could something that stupid be true? So ridiculous! Battler, get a hold of yourself. Well, if you can't come back, there's nothing more to do. Battler did not possess that qualification. That's all it is. Are you okay with that, Burn? If you accept that, you'll lose too, right? Won't you win? Why are you taking Battler's side? What a shame, Battler. What a real shame that you didn't have the qualifications to be Beatrice's opponent. I was careless myself, betting on an unqualified piece. My odds to defeat Beatrice. There is no victory or defeat. The opponent will simply disappear. Perhaps should I say that he was never there to begin with? Then what am I? An adult dad and mom's kid? Who am I? What am I? I'm not Mum's kid. What are you saying? I'm a kid that picked up somewhere like a stray cat? If that is the case, it would mean that you do not share Kinza's blood. Either way, you are not qualified to compete in this game. Battler, try repeating, I have Kinza's blood flowing in my veins. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Enough. From the very beginning, I was faintly aware of the possibility that you weren't a Shirmiya battler. So I had to question you. I had to ask about some things a real battler would have known. What a shame. I even bet on the 1 in quadrillion chance of a miracle. But you might really be a Shirmiya battler. But it seems you really are a different person. You're the same person last name. That can't be possible. There's only so many people with you Shirmiya name. Everyone died except for like the remaining members. You can't have that name. Look at that bit. Battler's phone began to be clouded in darkness. No, maybe it was the other way around. The whole world was clouded in darkness. Leaving only Battler. Battler was down on all fours, Enki's head, repeatedly questioning himself. However, he was not given an answer. Eng, it's your turn! He just spoke something and Emda Delta ran up to him, yelling something very quickly. But he already seemed very far away, and it didn't reach Battler's ears. Then he, not knowing who he himself was, erased himself. I imagine she was going to prove that he's not a Shirmiya battler, because he's like a fake made-up reconstruction in the game world. And my opponent has disappeared. Well then, if you'll excuse me. And ladies, you get ready for your journey. No more festivities have been prepared for in my territory. It was good seeing you. Goodbye. Without sending anything more. Found their own form in darkness and disappeared. Are you okay with this? But it disappeared, right? I know how much you hate losing. Are you really okay with this? Weren't you betting on my defeat? Good for you then. Congratulations, Nemda. Let's meet again in some other world, okay? Well, this is a world of endless fragments. The chances of us having some connection again somewhere are probably less than 1 in a quadrillion. Anyway, it was fun. Bye-bye. Wake up, Burn! Visiting after Burn Castle, where it disappeared first, and the Delta disappeared as well. After that, everyone was gone. The study was now completely empty. What about Eng? He returned to silence. Also, no one had been there from the outset. That would be very funny if he was... Yes! Yes! Oh my god, it would be really funny. It would. Oh my goodness gracious. Ah, fucking hell. My god. And one of there in the first place. Then the study spoke that wordlessly. Sound of the wind and rain began to fill the room bit by bit. In a world where everything had sunk in darkness, Rito questioned herself. As I thought. From the very beginning, magic should not only be used within Magic Sorcier. Seems so. I also thought that with Eng. The Witches' Alliance is you and I. Thought it would be this too. Including no other people was our first mistake. It's just so fun. We wanted to add someone close to us into that circle. I would wish that the Witches' Alliance would get really large, that everyone would be able to use fun magic together, and that we would all be happy. However, only you and I were able to understand magic after all. We were the only two witches in this world. We were brought together by a miracle. And now, as long as I have Vito, I don't need anyone else. Me too. As long as you are here, I don't need anyone else here anymore. The very first moment that Mariage Sorcière was formed, it was already complete. It is so. It truly is so. It was once in a witch's alliance to make everyone happy together with magic. I wonder when it got this screwed up. What did I want to do when I started this game? I don't really remember even that. No, I may remember. But that's a feeling I don't wish to throw away down to the far side of oblivion. It's okay. Why not forgive everything? Let's have a Mariage Sorcière for just the two of us. We'll acknowledge each other, and no one will laugh us. We won't be hurt. We won't cry. Let's forget everything. Hey, Vito. We are eternal. Oh, yeah. Is that... Oh my god. Is that why? Is that why he was able to say this? It's not between Ishirmiya Butler and Beatrice. Because he has the name Ishirmiya Butler, but he's not actually Ishirmiya. That's why he's not related, like, it's not related to Beatrice. It's his mere existence as an unknown piece, re-entering the registry, and replacing the old one. Like, maybe the old Butler was, you know, friends with Beatrice or some shit. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. Is this a good point to stop? We're like 3 hours in. Is this a good point to stop for today? What the fuck? Oh my god. And there's a chapter, yeah, probably, okay. Peak transition, yeah, no, it's very jarring to say the least. Isn't that off? No, we're living it on. Dude. Who is Mizaki? But oh my god, I'm in shock. That is the last plot twist I expected. There is no point in time where I ever thought that this battler was not the real battler. I will have some big thinking to do, yeah. I will, and I will. My god. Fuck this game, man. It should not make me think. It should not make me want to ponder this and figure shit out. It should not. This is bullshit. Fuck this game. Fuck this game. Never stop thinking. Yeah. Yeah, I won't. Thank you everyone for coming. I hope you have a good night. Bye bye.